What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and you're here with the What More Do You Want Network. So, obviously, everybody knows how this story goes, but we don't know how this story going to end. And by story, I mean the whole fiasco with Kyrie Irving, as far as the Nets are concerned, and now attempting to trade him. So today we got news that the Brooklyn Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers are in talks to come to terms with a trade that's centered around Russell Westbrook and Kyrie Irving. Um, in my opinion, I will honestly say both teams are trying to get underneath those players. As far as the Nets want to, of course, the Nets want to get rid of Kyrie because that situation. He burnt that bridge basically. It's no reason for them to try to continue to try to repair whatever it was that they had, even though he did opt in. But at this point, with KD asking for a trade, it's no use to try to keep Kyrie. And then, a situation where it's going to be Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving. There's you know, there's no scenario where it works. Like there's no scenario where none of that works in the Brooklyn Nets favor. I said it before, I'm going to say it again, Kyrie is a selfish player, right? He's a selfish player when it comes to the things that he does when it comes to team oriented, anything that was team oriented, as far as being with Brooklyn, as far as being with Boston, as far as being with the Cavs. The guy is very selfish, and I feel like we've seen that wholeheartedly, especially over the course of his time with the Nets. As far as the Lakers go with Russ, it's not going to work with Russ and LeBron. It's never going to work. And that's no knock on Russell Westbrook because I feel like he can still play basketball at a high level. I feel like he can still compete. I feel like, the situation just wasn't the best in his time with the Lakers. You have a player like LeBron who ultimately always needs the ball. Like, yes, LeBron can move off the ball, but obviously, as far as basketball minds go, IQ goes, playmaking ability, LeBron feels like he is the best playmaker that the Lakers have to offer, which forces Russell Westbrook to go off the ball, which forces him to shoot ill-advised jump shots. And last year, for some reason, I don't know what happened, but Russ' jump shot just wasn't there with the Lakers. And the funny thing is, when he was with the Wizards and with the Rockets and with the Thunder, he had that mid-range, he had that bank shot. I mean, it wasn't to the rate of a Kevin Durant or Steph or Clay, or DeRozan, but he had he had somewhat of a mid-range game, right? He was able to make them at a relatively good enough clip that certain moments in a game teams wouldn't back all the way off of him. It was times last year where we saw it. He's shooting shots off the side of the backboard. So I believe if this trade goes through, it will probably look something like Joe Harris and Kyrie joining the Lakers, and Russell Westbrook and probably THT going to Brooklyn. It could look something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm interested. I want to see exactly where this goes and how how all of this pans out. Of course, whether or not this trade goes through, especially if it does go through, it's going to shift the league for sure. It's going to shift the league because then you'll have a team of Kyrie and LeBron joining forces again. They won a championship in Cleveland. And if AD is healthy, of course, the Los Angeles Lakers will be one of the favorites, regardless, what people think. The Lakers will be one of the favorites to win a championship next season. But I will say this, right? I'm going to say this for my own betterment, and I will say this. I'm hoping that something happens relatively quickly with all of this. I hope everything, pans out for both sides, because I want to see good basketball. Like, of course, the Lakers missing the playoffs and then getting knocked out in the first round. Basketball, I feel like basketball is better when a few teams are good. So LeBron said he doesn't want to miss the playoffs anymore. I feel like this is his best chance to get back, especially if Anthony Davis is healthy. I feel like the Nets' best chance to at least get somewhat of a return. It might not be the return they're looking for. Same thing in the James Harden deal. They wanted a package that was centered around a star player and building blocks for James Harden, which they got Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and they got some things they can build upon with trading for Ben Simmons. But now you have a team with, if Ben Simmons is just there and KD is gone and Kyrie is gone, you're going to have to replace those guys with active shooters, that can get around Ben and actually, produce, because we all know Ben Simmons' offensive game isn't what it was. So, like I said, I'm interested to see how all of this thing unfolds and pans out. There's nothing more, to me, there's nothing more that I would like to see than a fresh start for Kyrie Irving and a fresh start for Kevin Durant. So, you guys let me know what you think. Do you think the Lakers will pull this off and get Kyrie to a reunion with LeBron? That's another thing. Kyrie talked about, the reunion with LeBron, being in LA. He's more mature now. So can it work? Can they do it again? And that would be interesting to see, like, a whole season, because we know how Kyrie gets. Sometimes he's in, sometimes he's out. So we'll see how all of that pans out. And another thing, Russell Westbrook plays. He played relatively the whole season last year, right? So he's there enough to be productive, and I'll be interested to see what happens, because if the Nets do get Russ, what are they going to do as far as who's going to be the point guard? I mean, will Ben go to the 3 or the 4? I'm interested. Like I said, the way all of this will fold out, I'm definitely going to pay attention. I'm going to keep you guys posted. Again, this is Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network. Please like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that post notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.